Hello. Welcome everyone to JLABTV. I am JLAB and this is Football Manager 2021, the Unity of NEC, and Fano Tarati is no longer a Nijmegen player. We sold him to Tottenham Hotspurs for £12.5 million. His release clause was met and we've lost him to a Premier League team, which honestly is not the worst thing in the world. Yes, he was amazing for me because he got 20 clean sheets last season and he only conceded 21 goals in the Eredivisie. But, and this is me being very optimistic here, we got £12.5 million up front for him. And he is now in the Premier League playing for Tottenham and has made an appearance from the bench. So, yay! We got money. We can spend money on players. We've also had some other transfers that we did as well. Sending some other players too and buying some more in. We got rid of this guy for 12.5 grand, I think it is. Was it 12.5 grand? 23 grand. We got rid of one player and he doesn't look very good anymore compared to us, does he? Let's be honest. He just was never good enough and I just saw an opportunity to get some money and I did. So yay for that. He made his debut just a few weeks ago, I think. We sent Sint out on loan to our affiliates Top Urs, and I think he can do well. He's got 6 appearances for the club, has made 1 goal too, so he's definitely doing well for himself, isn't he? We also got rid of Terry Latte Senez for 65,000. He's playing in the second tier and honestly not really good enough for the team. Hasn't been good enough for the team for a while. So 38 grand we sold him for. It made sense to get rid of him, given all the talent we had coming through our system. So I'm not upset by this, not at all. We also sold our backup goalkeeper, Norbert Albas, for 130,000. Now you're going to be thinking, yeah, we sold our backup goalkeeper for 130,000 to Lazio, and he's their backup goalkeeper. So we've made quite a bit of money from goalkeeper today in this window. We really have. We also sold Lion Calantes. I'm just going to call him Lion. We just sold Lion for 45,000. What is it? Yeah, 41,500. We sold this guy to Russia. Never going to use him. Made sense to get rid of him. But that's the players we've sold. Let's see who we bought in. So I may have brought in some goalkeepers. Not all of them great, but Fabian Moisek we bought on a free transfer. He had no club. He was released by Liverpool. And I thought, it's a free transfer. He's got potential. He's only 19. Let's bring him in. And I don't see him getting any game time for us, but it was still good to bring this guy in. It really was. We also brought in another goalkeeper. Gonzalo Odra on a free transfer. He was released by Sporting Gijón 2 years ago, actually. I think it's 2 years ago. He was released in 2021, so I don't think he actually had a club last year. So he was in free for about a year. And I brought him in as a goalkeeper for a free transfer because I thought potential for backup. Why not? But then we brought in our main goalkeeper, and Jasper Schneiderle we brought in for 4.5 million. I've overspent on this guy. I know that. But honestly, I had to get a goalkeeper in. He hasn't had a clean sheet in 5 games for us, but he's also been playing in the Europa League and he's got 2 clean sheets. More on that later. We bought him for 4.5 million and I was thinking, this guy is really good for what we need. He's a short-term deal, really, as far as I'm concerned, and we can get goalkeepers in the future. And with Sam Vanessa as a backup to this guy and pretty much being the deputy for the guy at the moment, I thought, yeah, it's a good deal right now. He's got a few things we need to work on. Jasper's 6 foot. Vanessa is 6'1". Vanessa is also 4 years younger. So you looking at this and thinking, let's get this guy to be a first team. Let's get the other guy to be a backup and help them develop, because that's the goal for this. Get them to develop. We're looking very good indeed. We also brought in Joey Antonoli on a free transfer from SC Vorodan. Again, free transfer. We took advantage of the amateur deal he was on, and he was playing for them last year. He played 20 times in that division, and he has played 60 times with this team. So yeah, I'm a little surprised they let him join us, but we got him on a free transfer, amateur deal. He's got potential. I'm not going to use him straight away, but he's got potential, and that's all I care about. These are not the only players I'm looking at, and I've also made some future deals as well. Let's talk about them quickly. So you're going to look at 4 players, and you're going to look at the fact that they're all on the age of 20, and we've got 2 defenders. I'm actually going to talk about the player that I bought first, and that is Mark Malone from NK Dons, a midfielder. Again, young midfielder. He's out of contract, and I saw an opportunity to bring this guy in, and we're bringing him in on the 1st of January because he only turned 18 on the 9th of September. If only he was 6 days older, he could have already joined us. But for 91 grand compensation, I could probably make a profit for this guy, and that was the aim for this player. Bring him in, raise him up, and make him potentially get better and better, or sell him on if he doesn't end up being good enough for us, so it was a win-win for me. We also brought in Gastov Group. He will be our backup right back for Van der Root, and he's currently the 4th choice in that position in terms of apparent position. Edmondson and Katkatrian are mainly centre-backs. So this guy was bought for 225,000. He's got great consistency. A little injury-prone, yes, but young, has got potential to be better and better. Needs work on his technicals, like his crossing and dribbling. Maybe his passing too. But a lot of things I'm very excited about for this guy. But then we got to talk about the 2 players that are coming from the Colombian club, Atlético Nacional. And this guy is very, very exciting. Look at how good this guy is. Luis Rodriguez was the first of 2 players I brought for the team. And for an attacking player, I don't think I could have found a better talent. He's only 17, he's a perfectionist, and he has so much talent. He's consistent too. He's very brave. Yes, he is probably not great for adapting to going abroad at a young age, but he'll be signing for us, not this window, but the window after, so he'll be joining us in next season in the summer. But for 1.7 million, this guy is worth a good deal, and I thought he's going to be amazing for me, really is. But then we talk about Oscar Lozano, a model citizen, a left back, and he'll be better than our current left backs we have. And we've got some pretty good talents down in the left-back position too. So for £1 million, Oscar Lozano will be joining for us on the 28th of January. So just on his 18th birthday, just before the end of the transfer window. For £1 million, we've got a very good talent here. And I'm so excited for this guy to join us. And 2 Colombians might be the way forward for us. And that is pretty terrifying if you are someone who is not part of our setup. But that being said, we've talked about the transfers. Let's talk about all the matches we've had, because we've had quite a few of them. So the first game we had was a 1-1 draw against Final. This is probably Terati's last game as our player, and we came from behind to get a 1-1 draw. Pedro Mendes scoring to get a 1-1 draw for us. So we're unbeaten at this point, but we've drawn 3 in a row in the league, and wasn't our best moment. And I just realised that Sean Longstaff played for Feyenoord. He's there now. Cool. Yeah, Terati's last game, I think, it was a good performance for us. Even if they had twice as many shots as us, but we still did ourselves justice. We got ourselves a point, which we probably didn't deserve, but that's beside the point. We then took on Vitesse in a, well, very fierce rivalry, and we took ourselves a 3-1 victory. Pedro Mendes scored inside 4 minutes, so he is scoring goals for fun. They actually equalised in the 25th minute of the game, so I was thinking, oh, we're going to have another problem, aren't we? We can't get a win with Barrow scoring the goal. And then, second half, late on, Ibero finds Stella, finds Mummers, finds Mendes, and Mummers scores his first ever goal for us for effort, 88 minutes in, and then just 3 minutes later, we get ourselves a third. If there was any doubt before this goal, it was kind of killed off. Pedro Mendes getting his second of the game to make it 3-1. We've beaten our fierce rivals. And honestly, it was tight, but I think the late goals really cemented the game for us and gave us a win we probably didn't deserve, honestly. So, a good win regardless, and I would take all 3 points here. Then, we took on PSV Eindhoven, and we lost 3-2. Their first goal was that kind of rocket, and yeah, I feel a little annoyed to consider this. But then they make it 2 in the 25th minute of the game. We just get caught up completely defensively, and we couldn't do much to stop that goal from going in, unfortunately. So 2-0 inside 25 minutes. So we start to fight back. And fight back we did. After Proper's ball finds Citarity. How Mendes gets there first, I do not know, but I don't care. It's 2-1. And then we make it 2-2 in the 58th minute of the game. After Van Rood finds Selov. Selov scores. I am a very happy boy. But unfortunately for us, we concede an equaliser in the 85th minute of the game. Defensively, we just didn't do a very good job here, and they took advantage of it. If we had done better with that, we would have got a point against PSV. So unfortunately for us, we completely threw it away with a stupid mistake, and our new goalkeeper's playing this game. So yeah, not the ideal start for us. They've also sold both their fullbacks after this game, so shows you that PSV might have actually had to go into the transfer market for this. The next game we had was a home against FC Utrecht, and we win 2-1. They took the lead in this game too, which is actually annoying. I genuinely was fearing for a second after this goal went in that we might struggle. But then we come from a very bad position in the 80th minute of the game to see Pedro Mendes do this. Pedro Mendes is probably my favourite signing so far because he's done so much to help us. And 3 minutes later, we make it 2-1. So we come from behind and score a few goals in a few minutes. Ranocchia scores his first ever goal for us. So that's a great time to get your first goal. And honestly, after they scored, we just turned up and decided to actually fight. I went from positive to attacking, and the players just responded beautifully. Could not have wished for a better response. And to come from 1-0 down to win 2-1 really tells me how good this team can be at times when they put their minds to it. But then we take on Everton, one of the first of 3 Europa League opponents that we've had, and we lost 4-1. We're behind inside 6 minutes, and then they score again in the 80th minute of the game. Very good play, very good move. Mosaking with the finish, and a minute later they make it 3. And I'll be honest with you, I was terrified that we might struggle after this went in. 3-0 down inside 19 minutes. If that doesn't tell me we're struggling, I don't know what does. And then they score from this corner. Calvert-Lewin again, his second, to make it 4. We do get a goal back, thankfully for us. Sell-off causes himself to be a nuisance, and Ranocchia scores. So 2 goals and 2 for him. But yeah, not the best start to our Europa League campaign. Yes, Everton are probably the strongest team of the group, but oh my days, I was not expecting to be hit for 4. So that was a wake-up call I desperately needed. They had 18 shots to our 7, and they were very good. It was made even worse for us when we went to Heerenveen and lost 1-0 thanks to a Matt Ritchie penalty. Yes, Matt Ritchie scored against us. I didn't even know he played for them until I looked this up, but there you go. Heerenveen with the win, and we just don't do well against Heerenveen, it looks like. That's our second defeat against them in a row, so can we not lose to them, please? That'd be very nice indeed. We had the same amount of shots as they did. They just had a penalty, and they scored it, so not ideal. Then we had a game in the Europa League, and we took on Rio Ave and won 2-0. Pedro Mendes has started a goal-scoring sense of form that I've never had from a player. He scored both of the goals in this game, first in the 12th minute of the game, then in the 74th minute of the game. Dodai with the ball through to find Mendes. 2-0, a good game, a good result, given that we were not at one point looking like we were going to win this. I'll be honest, legitimately terrified we're going to do badly, but thankfully we did well, a 2-0 win here. But this is the start of the best run of form from a player I've ever had. And that is not an exaggeration at all. The next game we had was in the Eredivisie, and we won 6-1 against FC 20. Pedro Mendes scores inside the 3rd minute to make it 1-0. And then he scores again. After Amato finds him, keeper should do better with that, but it's still 2-0. And that's 4 goals in 2 games. We're going to keep note of this because we need to. Eerste 20 do get a goal back in the 25th minute of the game. So it really makes what happens then very more remarkable as Anderson scores that goal. But then, 65 minutes in, we make it 3. Okay, let's keep count of this. Proper finds Dodai, finds Ranocchia, who scores again. He's very good with scoring lately. Then we score again. Proper finds Amato, Sitteretti to make it 4. His first ever goal for us. And then 69 minutes in, it's 5. Ranocchia does his ball. This touch and that finish from Mendes for his 5th in 2 is amazing, and for his hat-trick. And then he scores again. Pedro Mendes scores again to get his 4th of the game and 6 in 2. So that's amazing. He's made it 6-1, and we absolutely deserve that 6-1 win. I can't believe I'm saying that, but there you go. 6-1, we're looking very good. Then we took on Olympiacos and won 9-0. I don't know how to feel about this because I was not expecting it. Pedro Mendes scored, by the way. So that's his 7th in 3. And that's in the 1st minute. 9 minutes in, it's 2-0. Proper finds Mendes. Oh, guess what? He scores again. That's 8 in 3 now. And he is getting really good. So 21 minutes in, it's 3-0. Ranocchia has a shot blocked. Finds the ball again. Finds Proper. Oh, Proper scores. It's 3-0. So this is good. This is going to take a long time to go through these goals. And then it's 4-0 inside the 29th minute of the game. Sell-off finds Pedro Mendes. Oh, he scores again. So that's now 9 in 3. He's doing well, isn't he? Proper. Then finds Sell-off. It's now 5-0. 5-0, I think it is. Then 3 minutes in second half. 48 minutes in the game. It's 6. Oh, Pedro Mendes is in. That's now 10 in 3. He's doing well. That's 4 in a game. And now, a minute later again, Pedro Mendes doesn't score this time. He plays it across to find Renachia, who scores. So, we're keeping count here. I actually lost count already. How many goals have we got at this point? Oh, we scored again. So, that's good. I think Pedro Mendes gets his 5th of the game. Yeah, Pedro Mendes gets his 5th of the game. It's now 11 and 3 for Pedro Mendes. There's still more goals to come. We get another goal here. In the 70th or 71st minute game, Renachia finds Amato. Yes, 21 minutes in. Renachia scores again. We're looking good. So, 71 minutes in, we're 9-0 up. And that was when we decided, actually, we're going to show mercy on them now. I've never had a game where I've actually won my 9 goals before in this FM until today. And this is the best performance I've ever had. And that's telling me a lot. It really is telling me a lot. That was the last game we had too. So let's look at the Europa League group stage, yeah? So here we are. This is our group. We got Everton, Real Ave, and Olympiacos. Real Ave actually got a draw against Everton at Everton. So they did what we couldn't, and that's actually a point against them. Everton only won 2-0 against Olympiacos. Real Ave won 3-0 against Olympiacos. We lost 4-1 to Everton, beat Real Ave 2-0, and then won 9-0 against Olympiacos. So Olympiacos have not scored yet because they did 14. We've got 12 goals in 3, but none of which came against Olympiacos, so I don't know how to feel about that, but that's that. In the league, we're only in 8th place after 8 matches with 12 points. We've been better as of late. We've not been amazing. I'm just going to say here now. We've actually lost twice in the last 3, but that is PSV and Hervane, so again, not the end of the world. We drew our first 3 games, but RZ and Final being amongst those teams isn't as bad as it could have been. Sparta Rotterdam, at one point, were looking very bad, but they've won 2 of their last 3, so they're doing better now. They actually got 7 points in the last 4 matches, so they suddenly decided to turn up again. And now we're good. Now we're good. We've got to go ahead Eagles now. And it's actually our first game that we've had at home with the new stadium expansion being done, so this is why I chose it. Pedro Mendes has got 10 goals in the league this year, and he's got 7 goals in the Europa League, and he is also the top goal scorer in the Europa League. So Pedro Mendes is a top goal scorer in the Eredivisie and top goal scorer in the Europa League. So I don't know what to think about this, but I think we're doing well. Still, we're going to take on Go Ahead Eagles as NEC have just won 6-2 against Venlo. So Venlo not having a good time this year. We need to win to get ourselves up the table. And if we win, we'll go up to 7th place. But just a point behind Utrecht and 2 behind RZ and NEC. And 3 behind Canberra, who've played a game more than us. So European football, top 3 again, maybe? Could be an ideal target? I don't know. Let me know in your comments below. Still, let's take on Go Ahead Eagles. We've scored 15 in the last 2 matches. If we don't have a good game against Go Ahead Eagles, I'll be very disappointed as... Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, this is awkward. Who have I got to take out? I don't want to take out these players, but I'm going to have to take out some players. For goodness sake. Yeah, this is going to be awkward. I'll be right back. Okay, we sorted everything out, so that's one less thing to worry about here. And we're now going to take on our opponents. Go Ahead Eagles. We're going to win this, I think. So let's deal with that. Also, Janvier got injured for 2 to 3 months because he tore his hamstring, so that's not ideal. And I think we can do well. We've had a good team right now, and I think we can win a lot. So let's actually prove ourselves right, shall we? So we've got a highlight this at the first minute. I just realised that Go Ahead Eagles have also lost their last 5 matches, which wasn't intentional to choose a good team or bad team straight away, as Mendes has scored again. He scored inside 13 seconds. That's his 18th of the season already. We're only in October. I don't think I've ever had a player have this good of a run of form ever. I mean, Jack Oliver was scoring goals for months on end in my Siena save for a while, but Mendes has got 12 goals in 4 matches. What is he doing to get so good? And this is what? 10 seconds. We've got to check this out. 10 seconds for the pass. 11, 12, 13 seconds for the goal. And we've got a highlight immediately afterwards. Are we about to destroy Go Ahead Eagles like we did against Olympiacos? Like we did to FC20? Because I'll be very happy if that continues to be the case. I also have turned this game off since we last done that as well. So if we do it, that would just kind of kill my idea that there was a thing between highlights, and there is a chance for them straight away. All right, they're missing a good chance there. I just realised that we actually haven't had a clean sheet. We've not had a clean sheet in the league since we got a new goalkeeper, so this would be a good time to do so, and to get our confidence up that we can do it in the league. But here's Pedro Mendes. I wanted to sell off. That was not the best pass, and that's actually a bit lucky. It came back to them, but his sell off again. Pedro Mendes, proper, fine sell off with a chance. Oh, he's trying to dink the keeper. That was almost in. We've got a throw, and I'm generally thinking we could be a championship contender in the next couple of years. I really can see it happening. Here's sell-off. Oh, it's not the best cross, is it? But it's found Van Rood instead. That's not a great clearance if Van Rood's there to get the ball straight away. And he's won a penalty too. It's not even close. That looks like so much like a blatant penalty that it's not even funny. We should have it. Is it going to be given? Yes, it is. So we got a penalty. We should make it 2-0. Brugin would take it to get his first goal in a while. He's actually got 15 goals for me, I just realised. So hopefully he can get his 12th league goal for us and get his first of the season. He has. I think it's his first. Is it his first of the season? It is. So yeah, there we go. 2-0. And we should be getting better now. Let's see if we can make it more than 2-0 and that we can continue what is probably the best run of form we've ever had. Because I don't remember doing this well with goals in a while. We've got a throw and we've lost the ball there, and they get the ball away, but there's nobody there. Edmondson just got time and space to do what he wants. Here's Ranachia. I wide to Van Rood. He's got to keep this in. Has done. Nobody there to challenge him at all, so he's got time and space to play the ball in the middle, and Self's now scored. It's 3-0, and that's his 28th goal for us. 24 in the league. His third of the season. I think we should be winning this game somehow. I don't know why, but I think we should be winning this game. Really do. What do you guys think? Do you think we should be winning this? I mean, it's a nice cross, and then Sellers just on side. Easiest goal he'll ever score. Yeah, 3-0 at half time. I think we should be good. Do you? We've got a chance to make it 4. They messed it up. Mumma's now on the ball. He's got a goal ready. Pedro Mendes, sell-off. He's actually not going for goal himself, actually, Mendes. Good for him. Here's sell-off, plays it across. Oh, Mendes has scored. He scored again. So, Pedro Mendes has now got 19 goals this season. He's got 12 in the league. He has now got 13 in 4. And I don't know what else to say. Because we're 4-0 up here. And it's the simplest game in the world right now. It really is. Good finishing. Yeah, 4-0 win. Our first clean sheet in the league for the longest time. And a pretty simple game. Nice to come back to a very good stadium. Where we sold out our capacity as well for season tickets. So that's a good situation to be in. They had no shots on target out of their 4 attempts. Wasn't from the lack of trying, I tell you now. But still in 7th place, we are in a good position. Mendes has 2 goals. Selov, I think, had a goal and 2 assists, so he's doing well. We've got a plus 10 goal difference. The best goal difference behind Ajax and PSV. PSV have won 9 out of 9 so far. And Feyenoord just beat Ajax, so I think PSV might have already won the title. I'm just going to say that here and now. So that's something else. And we could be in a very, very tight scrap for 2nd place. I think RZ, if they win their game in hand, will be in 2nd place, but we're not that far off. And that is probably terrifying if you're Ajax, you're threat as well. So, not ideal, is it, really? But yeah, 4-0 win. We're good. Yeah, got goal and 2 assists, so he's been very good. How many assists have you got now, actually? Because you must have a lot. He's got 10 assists in 13 games. So wait, you've got an assist in the Champions League. Great. You've got 5 assists in the Europa League. You've got 4 assists in the Eredivisie. You've got 2 goals in the Eredivisie and a goal in the Europa League. I think Selov might be my favourite player just because of how unexpected his form has been. And I don't need to replace him. Even though I got a winger, a player could be a winger or striker coming in, he's going to be my attacking midfielder going forward. So Selov, I think his place is safe right now. Only 21 years of age too. Is he amazing? No. But he's doing well for himself. He's really good. In form, I don't need to replace him. What I'm going to do, though, is end this here. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. Hope you guys like and share this video. And that you will subscribe to the channel. It really does help me a lot. Where do you think we'll finish this season? And do you think we should win our Europa League group? Because I think we're not going to win the group, but we should get 2nd place. And that, for me, is always a target now. Get 2nd place in the Europa League group and make sure we are doing ourselves justice. And between the Eredivisie, probably fighting for a top 3, top 4 place. And maybe again a cup, actually, as well. But also getting through to the next one in Europa League. That's going to be the important goal. We've got to do better. than the Portuguese clubs in this competition, because if we don't, it's not going to go well for us, is it? Mostly because the coefficients. This is what I'm looking at and thinking we need to do better than every single Portuguese club right now, because we're below than the coefficients. If we don't improve, then we're not going to get the extra places, are we? So hopefully we can, and hopefully we can improve very, very soon. But either way, until next time, goodbye, and well, good night.